You're also a member of Die Linke, so you can look at this grand coalition from outside. What are your thoughts on Grand Coalition 2.0, or really 3.0 now?
It's not a good idea to have a grand or so-called grand coalition again, because it isn't a grand coalition anymore. They have only a few points over 50%. And the main problem is that they don't change the politics. We have in Germany the situation that there is a huge social division, and they don't manage that problem. I have the idea they don't see the challenge.
In fact, in the last poll that I saw, the INSA Bild poll, they have less than 50%, yes. The SPD and the Union Bloc together. Die Linke is polling strong, I think 11.5% is what I saw, yes. Better than the FDP. Yes. Would you prefer to have a new election?
If we would have new elections here in Germany, the Social Democratic Party should have a new leader. They now have a new leader, Andrea Nahles, but she has been for years part of the so-called GroKo, a big grand coalition, and they should have a new idea, a new social idea. And the best idea would be to say, yes, we want to have a middle left government in Germany, and not to say, oh, a grand coalition again.
Is there really an appetite for a middle left government in Germany? I mean, we saw such pushback from the right against Merkel's immigration policy, and the AfD out of nowhere comes and is now polling at a stronger rate than Die Linke.
Yes, it's a great danger I think, for our whole society. And we missed the chance, and the Social Democratic Party missed the chance. In the last 4 years, we had a majority, middle-left majority, together with the Green Party in the German parliament, and we didn't use the majority. And now, you said it, we have a right-wing racist party in our parliament. And if we compare us with other countries, with France and other countries, we see all over Europe the right-wing parties became stronger and stronger, and that's the danger for our society as a whole.
But doesn't it seem that the German voters have moved further to the right? I mean, we have, if you look at the CDU or the entire Union Bloc, because the CSU is, of course, even more right-wing than the CDU, the FDP, the AfD, if you look at all of them together, they do have a majority of the voters in Germany.
I think the problem is that a lot of the voters are very disappointed, and they suffer from that social division in our country. And yes, we have a growing number of people who are the working poor. They can't make their living. They work the whole day, and then they have to ask for social care, and that's not good. That's not a good situation, good development. And I think a lot of people who voted for the AfD are not right-wing, but they wanted to say the other parties, the way you go is wrong.
Right. It was a vote of discontent. What do you see, though, actually resulting from that? I mean, in the daily, work that you do in the Bundestag, you used to head the budget committee. Now I think it's an AfD member heading the budget committee. Are they really able to make policy?
Of course, the head or the chairperson of a committee, or especially of the budget committee, has not power but influence. And you have to look on both sides. One side is how to lead the commission, the work of the commission. But the other side is that's my experience, that often I was asked from ambassadors, from international organizations, for instance, UN organizations, which is responsible for refugees, for talks. They wanted support from us. And if a person from a right-wing racist party represents that committee in the public, also not only in our country, but when we visit other countries, I think that's a dangerous situation.
Let me finally ask you, Dr. Loach, how you expect things to turn out. Not how you'd like them to turn out, but what do you see happening in the coming days and weeks? Is there going to be a German government formed?
Yes, I think so, because every member of the Social Democratic Party looks or sees opinion polls, and they want to make an end. And I think they want to show the public that they are able to act. But I think the whole situation is not only bad for the SPD, the Social Democratic Party. It's a bad situation for all parties, because people lose more and more trust in political parties.